Hello, my name is Vipin Chalangu, and I am the co-chairman for the 2012 KCCNA convention. On behalf of the convention committee, I would like to welcome you all to the 10th convention of KCCNA held on the 25th anniversary. This orientation video is one of the efforts that the convention committee is putting forth to make sure that the next few days is an enjoyable experience for all of you. We expect your full cooperation to make this a successful event, one that we can all be proud of. This quick orientation video will give you an overview of the convention facility, the activities that have been planned for the next few days, as well as some of the security guidelines that everyone needs to be aware of. From the lobby of the hotel, there are signs posted showing the direction to the convention center. Following these signs will lead you to an octagonal atrium and rotunda which connects the hotel with the convention center. Our main meeting space can be reached by taking the escalators to the left, leading down to the first floor. This area, Gatlin B, C, and D, contains the main stage which will host many of the activities. Adjacent to the main stage is Gatlin E, which contains a secondary stage and will play host to many of the youth and other activities. From the atrium, taking the escalator to the right leading down to the first floor will take you to the cafeteria situated in Pensacola Ballroom, as well as the sports facility which is located in Sebastian. Taking the stairs up from the atrium will take you to the smaller breakout rooms which will be used for various purposes throughout the convention. The information in this video is intended to be an overview of the facility. Please refer to the map which will be included in your registration package for further details. The next phase of this orientation video is geared towards giving you an overview of some of the events that will take place over the next few days. Please refer to the program guide which will be included in your registration package for the complete details of all the events. The registration process will continue till 9 p.m. today. At 3 p.m. the Holy Mass will begin, followed by the inaugural procession, and it will lead to the opening ceremonies starting at 6:45 p.m. Thursday night will be wrapped up with the culture programs as well as the comedy show by Akash Singh for the youth. There will also be a stage show for KCJL. Friday, the second day of the convention, will have various arts and literary competitions happening throughout the day. The first portion of the sports and games will be kicked off at 8:30 a.m. and will continue till 12 p.m. One of the highlights of the day will be the Vallamkalli competition which will be held off-site. Transportation will be provided to and from the Vallamkalli Park. For the children, there will be an inflatable party as well as other activities in the afternoon. The check-in process for the youth cruise trip will begin at 4:45 p.m. and the buses will leave the convention center promptly at 5:30 p.m. Cultural programs from various associations will be held on the main stage starting at 5:45 p.m. The night will be finished off with the Ganamela by Rimi Tomi and team. There will be a comedy and hypnosis show for the youth which will begin at 10 p.m. Saturday, the third day of the convention, will also have various arts and literary competitions happening throughout the day. Sports and games will continue starting from 9 a.m. and will conclude at 4 p.m. In the afternoon, there will be a Chiriyaranga as well as a Knanaya Manga pageant. Cultural programs by the remaining member associations will be held starting at 3:50 p.m. There will be various activities for the children and youth in the afternoon, including a performance by a clown, a princess party, as well as speed dating for 21 and up. The Battle of the Cities and Mr. and Miss Kna pageant will begin on the main stage at 8 p.m. This will lead to the much anticipated concert by hip hop and R&B artist Talib Kweli. Sunday, the last day of the convention, will start off with the Malayalam Holy Mass at 8 a.m. and the Youth Mass at 9 a.m. There will be a symposium as well as a talk show, Kaliyalla Kalyanam, starting at 10:45 a.m. A seminar and discussion for the youth on the current state of KCCNA will begin at 12:30 p.m. The KCCNA World Poker Tournament will start at 10:45 a.m. The closing ceremonies for the 2012 convention will begin at 6:30 p.m. and will lead to the family banquet and entertainment, which will start at 7:30 p.m. There will be various activities for the children, youth, and adults after the banquet. We would also like to inform you that there will be a Holy Mass held every morning. As mentioned earlier, these are an overview of just some of the activities for the next few days. Please refer to your program guide in the registration package for all the activities and the relevant details. You can also find the cafeteria hours for all the meals in the program guide. Last, but certainly not least, let's get to everyone's favorite subject, convention security guidelines. Throughout the planning stages of this convention, the committee had put a great emphasis on making sure that everyone is well aware of what the rules and regulations are for the convention. It was also very important to the committee that we are able to relay this message to the participants together with their families. The convention committee, along with the security committee, has spent an ample amount of time and effort to ensure that everyone has an enjoyable and safe convention. We would like to request that all the parents, especially ones with underage children, be responsible and know the whereabouts of their children at all times. We are confident that with the support of everyone here, we can have a very pleasant family gathering over the next few days. We would also like to remind everyone that the security committee will be very strict about its policies and will carry out the consequences that are outlined. Any serious violations of the rules and regulations, as determined by the KCCNA Steering Committee, will result in the participant being removed from the convention and no refunds will be made. Only individuals who registered and have checked in will be allowed to participate in the convention. Everyone is expected to wear the ID badge and wristband provided at registration at all times. Anyone purposely giving their wristband or ID tag to a non-registered person to gain access to any part of the convention will be considered a serious rule violation. Security for the convention will be handled by professional security personnel and off-duty police officers. Vandalism and/or acts of physical violence will be considered a serious rule violation. Strict compliance of the rules and regulations are expected of all participants. In all matters, the decision of the KCCNA Convention Steering Committee will be final and irreversible. All room assignments will be made at the discretion of KCCNA. All participants are expected to follow the hotel and convention center curfew times. The convention center has a curfew of 12:30 a.m. and the hotel lobby area has a curfew of 1 a.m. on large gatherings. All areas of the convention center and hotel, including hallways and stairwells, will be monitored by off-duty police officers and hotel security. You are expected to be respectful of other guests that are staying at the hotel. The hotel has a strict policy on excessive noise from guest rooms. Please abide by them and keep the noise level low. The hotel has a strict policy on not using cigarettes in guest rooms, and any violation will result in a $250 fine for the occupant. We would also like to remind you that there will be no lifeguards on duty at the hotel swimming pools. Under probable cause, security personnel and/or the steering committee holds the right to conduct room inspections. There will be a zero tolerance policy in effect for this convention in relation to alcohol and drug use. That is, zero tolerance for drug use, zero tolerance for alcohol possession and consumption for anyone under the legal age of 21, and zero tolerance for anyone above the age of 21 who is visibly drunk in the convention center and/or hotel premises. Anyone violating the zero tolerance rule will be sent to the holding rooms, which are manned by off-duty police officers. Once an individual is sent to the holding room, they will only be released to his or her parents or guardian. Any second violators will be arrested. We ask that throughout the convention, each individual remain responsible in all your actions. Please keep in mind that sometimes the wrong actions have grave consequences, and certain consequences remain with you even after the convention. We are confident that together we can and we will make this event a success, one that we can all be proud of. Thank you for providing your undivided attention over the past few minutes for this orientation video. Please proceed to the registration desk after receiving a stamp outside the door that shows you have completed the orientation. Once again, thank you and enjoy.